who doesn't love animals, building a virtual life for yourself, and ignoring your other personal responsibilities? I sure do, which is why I'm making this video at the last possible minute. I've been too busy playing Animal Crossing. For those of you who don't know, Animal Crossing is a social simulation video game where you get to go fishing, bug catching, and fossil hunting surrounded by a bunch of anthropomorphic animals that are downright adorable. It's basically a dream come true. And what makes it even better is a large facet of the game centers around trading beautiful gemstones. In the game, they call it ore, but this name is a bit confusing. If you were a gemologist or a subscriber to this channel, you'd know ore as the rock that contains a useful mineral. But in the game, ore seems to be the mineral itself. Let me explain. Every day a new set of rocks spawn in the town, and using the silver shovel you can strike the money rock and ore will come out, but they look suspiciously similar to multicolored crystals. These crystals can be used to buy and sell certain goods, showing that they carry some monetary value. You know what else carries monetary value? Real life gemstones and precious metals here in our world. Even though we don't use these minerals to buy groceries, that doesn't mean there aren't societies out there who traded goods with stones like the ones found in the game. Now, these might not be pretty gemstones, but I still found this pretty fascinating. A few miles northeast of Papua New Guinea is a group of islands known as the Federated States of Micronesia. A group of these islands, known as Yap, contain a population that uses a pretty interesting form of currency called rye stones. Giant limestone discs the size and weight of a small car. Yep, you heard me. Hundreds of years ago, explorers left the island Moana style and discovered giant limestone deposits many miles away. Instead of cutting them into smaller circles that were easy to carry and trade, they decided to carve the stone into giant discs that looked like something Fred Flintstone would use to play rock music. To be fair, these giant carvings weren't used to buy new sails for your bamboo schooner. They were used for really big purchases, like a plot of land or a daughter's dowry. But because they were so large, stones would rarely change hands. More times than not, the rock would remain where it was, but everyone in the town knew that Dave had given his rye stone to Bob, or vice versa. Isn't it weird that 8-foot diameter stones didn't catch on? I know. I'm just as surprised as you are. Basically, all other societies decided against the 2-ton frisbees and went with something a little smaller. Sissies. As we all know, precious metals are one of the most popular forms of currency in human history. But not just any precious metal. Gold, silver, and copper are probably the main contenders, which is why these are known as the coinage metals. These metals are mixed with other metals to create an alloy. This alters the properties of the coinage metal, making them more suitable for use as money. Bronze is a fantastic example of an alloy that's perfect for coinage. By combining copper with a little bit of tin, you end up with a stronger metal that withstands changing hands day in and day out. Just like bronze, the other coinage metals aren't purely gold or silver. These metals in their purest forms just aren't strong enough for the wear and tear ancient currency would experience on a daily basis, which is why, for the most part, we've moved away from using these metals entirely, unless you're playing Animal Crossing, and then I'm sure you're using gold and silver nuggets all the time. You might be thinking, you know what's crazy strong and can withstand moving from place to place every day? Gemstones, like the ones they use in Animal Crossing. And you're not wrong. The gems featured in the game, including amethyst, ruby, sapphire, emerald, morganite, and aquamarine, hold up pretty well over time. But there's actually a few reasons why these stones wouldn't make a good currency, which is why most societies have historically preferred metals over gemstones. Yes, gemstones are quite hard, but that's actually one of their disadvantages. Metal coins can be shaped more easily and, after a while, can be melted down and made into new coins. Gemstones don't have this power. They are harder to shape, and if they crack or break, well, that's it. Also, the value of a gemstone is relatively subjective. You've heard me joke before about the difference between pink sapphire and ruby is whether you're buying or selling. If folks can't agree on the specific worth of something, it's hard to use it for trade. And maybe the biggest point, we don't have gemstones popping up every morning to be collected like the ore from Animal Crossing. For us, gemstones are really hard to get, which is fine if you want to make jewelry, but if you want to trade them for goods and services every day, you probably won't have enough on hand. Maybe we can figure out a way to do gemstone-backed currency like the gold standard. That worked out well in the past, right? Right? Do you use gems as currency? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. For more information on the topics we discussed today, check out the links below. Thanks for watching, guys.